Hey, okay. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I had to switch and come onto my phone. So what is going on, you guys? I mean, I'm on my computer now. I could not figure out my phone. It was wanting me to rotate. I was sideways, but hey, let me make you guys a little bit taller. If I have something in here to sit you on to make you taller. Good afternoon. Happy Sunday to you guys. Hold on, let me put you on my nail kit. So I can make you a little bit taller. Hey, Lo. Hey. All right. This is not the best quality. I don't ever like using my... Okay, but we got to work through it. Let me take that little turn so we don't have so much camera action, so much light. Hey, what is going on? How you doing? I'm always having a lot going on. I tried to use my phone because it's a little bit better quality, but it was making me like I was creating like a short. So I'm like, forget it. We going this way. How you doing today, though? It's Sunday. Is it raining where you are? It was trying to rain here in Florida continuously. You're like, okay, we don't want that. But in here, I wanted to talk to whoever was thinking about ever wanting to start content creation. And I just noticed that it's a lot of people that's scared to go on camera. I did not realize it until I've been like running around other like platforms, and a lot of people are just absolutely terrified to come and talk to cameras. Why? Like, you're literally talking to yourself. Unless you're going live, then I'm talking to real people, but you're talking to yourself essentially. Initially, you're just talking to yourself. Get you a tripod, set that thing up, and be like, ready, set, and just talk to yourself. Okay, but that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about, because I have been roaming around like TikTok streets and seeing what was going on over there. I've been over there for like the last couple of weeks. I'm like, okay, let me see if I can just grow this platform and see about it, and that's how I even learned that people want to get into content, start pages, but they scared. Or I was like, go to YouTube. It's so much fun over there. You can like grow a community and hop on and share whatever your expertise is. If you know how to do something, go make videos, show somebody something, inspire somebody, motivate, educate somebody. And people are just like terrified. So anyways, anybody that pop on and it was thinking about this, I'm here. We're going to chit chat about it. Okay. Because when you start just some type of creating, what program do you use to edit? I'm still old school. That's what I'm working on too. That's why I had to take a little step back. I'm still using iMovie, right? But like if I'm doing reels, or if I'm doing like the short forms, then I've been trying to get on CapCut for those, right? Or even learning how to edit within the apps itself. But if you need a little bit more assistance, I would say use like CapCut, because you can use like plug and play templates. You can get on there and it's free for the most part. You get on there, you put your video clips inside of there, and you find out which video fits your video. You know what I mean? Like they have pre-made videos there, and you just put your plug and play. That's a great way for someone to start. Now, if you're wanting long form for YouTube, I'm still old school. I'm still using iMovie through my computer. But at one point, I did learn a little bit of Final Cut Pro. But that's one reason I needed to step back. I struggle with thumbnails. I still do, because I'm like, by the time I didn't film the video, by the time I didn't edit the video, now I got to get to the thumbnail. So I've been learning to Canva for your thumbnails. They already have templates over there. It's a plug and play. That's an easy way. I used to use also PicMonkey. Also, those are all plug and plays. They already have templates. You'll just remove what their content is, and you put your content inside of there as well. But yes, do it. content creation opens up so many doors for people, right? They don't understand the power of content. If you have your own business, learning how to promote through social media, and all this is free. Social media is all or free. You just find which one works for you. You got here on YouTube, but you have TikTok, Instagram, Threads, you have Lemonade, you have all of these places that you can show up. And even now they even got it where you can show up and be faceless, right? That is starting to pop out a lot. I'm gonna see how long this faceless stuff lasts, because as humans we like to connect with one another, and whatever that, however that's show up. But faceless is starting to be a real thing. Noticing that people are wanting like ready-made reels so they can plug and play their information, but it's nothing like being yourself, popping up on these platforms, being authentically you. I mean, be inspired from somebody else, that's one thing, but just show up and be you is definitely game changing. What else? I just, yeah, they was like, so I started going on live on TikTok, right? Just for, I've been on there for like a little, maybe a couple weeks now. So I keep hearing people like, go live, right? So I just been going live randomly when I feel like it. And people was like, you're not scared to go live? I'm like, why? You're just talking to other humans. What are you scared of? Like, that's why I don't understand. So, but I guess that is a fear for some people. They just cannot deal with it. And I guess I get it. I don't know. I'm like, they just humans. Either they're gonna rock with you or they're not. You know what I mean? They like, okay, I'm not here for it, and they're gonna move on. And that's okay. If that's not your tribe, that's just not your tribe, right? Um, but once you say, I want to start creating content, that is just the foundation. It opens up affiliate marketing, it opens up digital marketing, it opens up products, it opens up brand deals, it opens up like you creating your own like things and collaborations, and it just opens up a world of things, brand deals that fly people out to all these like Fiji and all them other places that they fly people to. It is amazing just from posting content where it opens up and where it can lead you, right? Yeah. So that's all I've been chit chatting and talking to people about. And I don't be really telling them about I have a YouTube, because I want to go over there on, like, I've been using TikTok as an example. I just want to go over there, start growing a channel and authentically grow it without them being like, oh, I got YouTube, I'm on this channel, I'm on that. Like, I tell them I'm on my other platforms, but I don't want to give that any leverage. I wanted to go on a fair playing field, start from scratch, and just start building that way, right? Because I want to be able to have that experience. Like here, I got kind of an audience following, but over there, they don't know who I am. They don't know what Colors by Kale. They don't know any of this stuff, right? So I give them snippets here and there, but I never mention my channel, nothing. So I'm able to say, okay, once you get over there, but that's even a better thing because I'm starting ground fresh. You get to know me from the beginning, right? You're not picking up what you then saw on YouTube. You're not picking up any of that stuff. Like, you're gonna just know, okay, this girl, I'm just now seeing who she is, where she coming from, whatever. So if you guys want to start somewhere, just start, and you're gonna find your tribe, right? Show up, find a niche. I know we hear that all the time. Find a niche, find something that's interesting that people want to learn about, right? Whatever you can provide, some inspiration, some motivation, some education. Find that. Once you find your tribe, and you can be like, okay, I'm finna talk about, I know how to do this. I know how to cook. So I'm finna talk about I can cook. Or I'm gonna show somebody, because people like to know or see how to do something. People are nosy. We all nosy. We want to see what's going on, right? That's why people, when we do like house tours and stuff, those do really well for the most part, because people want to see what's going on in your house. Right? They don't really care. They just want to be nosy and see what type of couch you got, what type of table you got, what type of decor you have, like all of that stuff. And it also is something that's sought out there. So home stuff, home aesthetics, home organization, all that stuff is always going to be around. That's why you can see somebody clean their house 50, 11 times, but it's some type of motivation. Maybe we like their music. Maybe we just like the person itself. So yeah, just you just lost your video. What's that mean? What's that mean? What do you mean you just lost my video? Tell me what you mean by that so I can understand, because I don't know. I'm still here. I can still see myself. Am I not streaming? Now I did stop and start a live. Let me delete those. I did stop and start a live because I was sideways. But what do you mean? I just lost a video. I don't know what that means. You? Okay, I'm not quite sure what that means. I just lost your video in the comments, but if you can pop on and let me know what you mean by that, please. But anyways, I'm here to say, listen. Good afternoon. We're talking all things content creation. If you ever wanted to do it, or just showing up online and all the roads it can lead you to. That's what I'm talking about today. But you know how we go. We start one thing and end up on a whole nother island. But I was saying how I've been popping around and started like a TikTok channel, and I just wanted to pop on another social media, start ground zero up and build something. And while I was around the little streets, I'm hearing that people are scared of like creating content and scared of coming on live, or posting videos and all the things. So that's what we're talking about. But how are you doing today? How is it raining? It was raining. It was raining from where I was at. Hey, Kay, hey. How y'all doing? I just did not realize that it is lots of people terrified of the camera. And when you really creating content, there's nobody really there but you and the phone. It is crazy. It's not even like you're in a room filming yourself and there's people watching you. You're just you and yourself. You're doing great. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I am too. I was on over there, and that's what made me even start talking about all things content. Like, y'all, if you ever had that inkling, wanted to start that, and I was all been playing around with like in digital marketing and learning that stuff. Like, man, people been running up bank with that subject matter. Like doing anything, that making stuff that's downloadable that people can get to right away, platform like templates, ebooks, all these stuff. I'm like, wow, it's so much stuff out here on this internet. Hello, got to get my channel back going. Listen, when I tell you, when you stick with it, there is so many opportunities, right? You got the affiliate marketing. You can link what you're talking about in your videos. Then brands will reach out to you and get brand deals. There is a plethora of ways. You can even start creating your own little products and start promoting your own things. Yes, go to it. It's not easy because all the editing and all the things, but once you get on a system and you be like, okay, Sundays, like for me, for wash day in my house, I know like now I need to wash my sheets and I wash my towels every Sunday, right? So no matter if I don't get nothing else done, it can be a sink full of dishes, but I know I'm going to wash those sheets just like that. So create a habit and stick with it. Dedicate one day after week and be like, okay, this day I'm going to create some content this day. And if you're able to learn how to bulk create, make a few videos, that's going to be a little difficult though. But if you can create videos, multiple videos, and just release them during a week, that's also game changing. That is also game changing for sure. But I am rooting you on to get your channel back going. That's awesome. Yep. I was supposed to have a video out today, but I don't know how I want to bring it back, because I wanted to start talking about debt-free journey. I had so many people like on Instagram that follows me from here on Instagram, asking about how did I start debt-free journey, also asking about all this stuff. So I wanted to make a video about that again, start back bringing that back to the channel, because being debt-free, you can start debt-free journey through content. You can start generating money that way. You can be like, I don't have time to go get another job. I'm already burnt out, right? So you learn how to start doing. People are doing faceless channels here on YouTube. That is becoming a big thing too. I've heard somebody say, "Oh, this guy just showed how he started a faceless channel over here on YouTube. He found a good niche, and he made like almost $28,000. He was like, the first day he posted, he didn't get no money. The second day, his video got end up like $5,000, and then or 5,000 followers or something like that. And then he was just able to grow. And then within 28 days, he had $28,000, and he showed his little screen and all that, and just made a faceless YouTube channel. I said, hot doggity, what am I doing wrong? I said, oh gosh. Of course, he didn't tell what niche. She was just like, I did my research and I figured out what works well over here. But let me tell you, you know how we used to hear those like motivational motivational speeches here on YouTube? Those do good. The ones is people making like AI videos of the kids playing, like doing little play stories. And y'all know them screensavers. Like when I clean my house and then I put a screensaver on there, and it's just a video that's looping and looping and looping for 8 to 10 hours. They are getting paid so much money. I haven't figured out how they're really doing it yet. I've been trying to figure that out. They are literally just looping rain videos or looping like AI videos, and it's not doing nothing but playing little water music in the background. Please start back the debt free. I am. I actually sat down and talked about it, but I didn't want it to be boring. So I was I was supposed to post it today actually, but me just sitting here talking, I don't know if people are still into those talking head videos. So I was trying to find like little clips to add on top of the video. So that's why I didn't get it out, because I don't want to post it and then it's still not getting results, because I actually have quite a bit of people that want the debt free journey. It's not easy, but it's definitely attainable. But a fun tip right now, if you want to start your debt free journey, think about at least 3 things right now that you can stop buying or that you can cut out. If you go to Starbucks every single day, if you go and have extra apps on your phone and you have never used those apps, start with those. The small things will add up. Cut out unnecessary apps. Before you even worry about anything else, start freeing up money. Little bitty ways. This is going to be the first step to everything. And then it creates a whole big picture after that. But if you don't do anything else, start cutting down. Don't buy like the extra candy bar. Don't run to your vending machines. Maybe pack your lunch. Start doing stuff that will go from like maybe $5 all the way up to unnecessary $100 that's going out for no reason. Okay. This is what I can explain to you. I'm trying to block that little Ring camera, but little things like that go through. Sometimes you have apps on your phone that you don't even realize that you're still paying for. If you have Apple Music on your phone, if you've never used the Apple Music, go cancel that today. That is like $10 a month for no reason. If you have Facetune, or you have all these apps on there, look, go on to your platform right now. And then it was so crazy is I didn't even know that I can go inside of my when I go into my phone, you go in your settings for your Apple. If you have an Apple phone, I didn't even know that I can go on my settings and see all my apps that I pay for. I didn't know it was right there. So if y'all don't know that, you can literally, instead of having to go into your app store, you can go into your settings and see all your apps that you're paying for. And if you don't need them, cancel them. Cancel. And don't let your free trials go and then you have to pay too. Because one time I almost had a free trial that was about to charge me like $50. Because then you know how they get you with that little 3-day free trial. And if you don't cancel it, then they get you, and then it's not really nothing you can do. I mean, you can try to fight it, but you know what I mean? So I can say all this. That'll be step 1, is going ahead and cutting things that you don't need. If you ever wanted to start making more money online with this content stuff, it can take you somewhere. It may be a little slow start, depends on how much you can pump into it, but this is other ways that you can start creating money with content that can turn into helping you pay off your debt, right? Because if you're going to work, you're burnt out or whatever, or just start creating extra income, because these jobs, they don't give a care about us. They were literally like, you know what? We don't need you no more. We're cutting you out. So start having some way that you're having a little bit of money generating in every month, it's game changing, right? What else I can say? Content can open up doors to pay your debt off, but it also, content is something that can be an outlet. If you have some type of grief, if you have some type of divorce, some type of pain, turn it into profit, right? You can do that. And especially if you started your debt-free journey, this is can be a way like, dang, I got this crazy life event going on, but now you can channel it and turn it into profit. It can go neck and neck. You can be like, I can use this platform to have me to let be an outlet for me. But yes, debt is rising. Like all them, I've been hearing them a little afterpays, those Klarnas, they're going bankrupt because so many people are getting all that money that pay now, buy later, or whatever. What they doing now? They buying now and paying later, but they not paying later. Those people are literally about to file bankruptcy. I don't know if it was Klarna or Afterpay. It's so many of them these days. But one of them was literally asking for bankruptcy because people are getting as you can buy groceries, shoes. If you want to go finance a dress, well, I guess it's some few payments, and then they don't even get paid interest, and they still can't pay the stuff back. But whatever, like it is bananas how that they were allowed to get this payment, break it down something like $70, and they gonna break it down to like $10, and they can't even go pay their $10 back. That is shame on them. So now but that's why when we get into this space, those need to go. Those can get us in trouble. Those little afterpays and Klarnas, they add up. They start small, but they can go and grow and grow and grow. You need to start working on your debt. You shop too much. You're gonna have to, at the beginning, if you can't quit shopping cold turkey, I would say try to eliminate as much as you can. Try to say, okay, I don't need this. Because at some point, if you're like looking at your debt and you're overwhelmed, you're stressed and frustrated, and you kind of like use shopping as a outlet, like how some people binge food when they're stressed, you're gonna have to find something else to do and replace your shopping. Because you probably don't need another pair of black shoes. You probably don't need another dress. You probably don't need another set of earrings. You're gonna have to find some type of happy medium. Like, okay, girl, you got enough black pumps at the house. You have enough work clothes. Mix and match. Mix and match. And you can yes. It it's not easy, but it's so rewarding. When you're overloaded and you start looking at those numbers at the beginning when we started our debt-free journey, and after you start trying to cut down as many like little knickknacks that you don't need, you're gonna have to face the music. You're gonna have to take every single person that you own, everybody, every creditor, every person that you owe, even if you are current or in collections, whatever that looks like. You have to take a paper, take a bill, a poster board, take something and start writing down every single creditor, every single balance, every single due date, and the your minimum payment. That has to start. When you some people haven't opened mail and haven't faced the music, and they may be blown away. It is literally people walking around and have no idea how much debt that they are in because they just disregard it. If it's out of sight, out of mind, it does not exist. Until they want to go apply for a car, they want to apply for a job, they want to apply for a new home, and then that's when all the music comes about. So try to eliminate something and writing down and facing the music. Once you get to those first two steps, it ain't gonna be too easy, but it's definitely manageable. Once you get to those two steps right there, and then okay, you're like, okay, now I'm gonna set my game plan, and then this is how you got to stay on it. It'll be easy to give up, but if you want to see balances wipe out, things that you didn't think you could ever pay off, like we were knocking balances down 15K here, 5K here, like cards that was $6,000, another card that was $5,000, all got wiped away, right? Like any and everything that you have. It took a little bit of time, but if we would have never started our debt-free journey, let me tell y'all this. I didn't know that we were setting ourselves up for retirement and being able to get down to Miami, right? If we would have never started our debt-free journey when we did, right? We started tapping around with it right when we were about to come out of Germany. But when we got into Texas and then all the pandemic, all that stuff happened, it was a little easier because we couldn't go nowhere anyways, right? So if we would have never locked in and stuck with it the whole time we were in Texas before Mr. was retiring out the military, life would not have been the way it was. We would have never been able to go down into Miami, get approved to live down in the high rise, live down in Miami for almost 3 years. Like we did little bitty side jobs, delivering and all that just because we wanted to see the city. But you would just to get into that building that we got approved for, you had to show 10x in your account. So we had money saved up. You had to show you had a good credit score, all of that just to move into an apartment, a building that's not even ours, a place that ain't even ours. But I'm saying all this to say that debt journey, it just was able to allow us. So we felt like we were on vacation every single day. Like it was something to do in Miami every single day. I sat down and I was like, dang, that was magical. Like, I don't even know what even gave me the idea. Nobody in my family ever talked about going on a debt-free journey. I have no friends or family think it's important to talk about a debt-free journey. Nobody has sat down and be like, yo, I think I need to start this journey, right? It was just something I'm like, I'm tired of seeing all these bills. I'm tired of seeing this. And I ain't have no real collections like that, or no, I never had no repossessions, never had student loans. So I ain't have nothing major, but it was just the idea. I'm like, I'm tired of seeing all these bills. Like this is overwhelming. I don't like it. So I don't know how I got introduced to it. I was roaming around trying to figure out debt stuff and trying to figure out budgeting. And I was just online, just coming around, right? Then I start coming across like Dave Ramsey stuff and all his videos and then his podcast. And then I just start watching them. Got locked in like that. I found my tribe. I can say I can find my community. Because when you get around people that's doing something that you or maybe you have a love for, then they're going to keep motivating you, right? You seeing somebody win. You're seeing somebody paying their debt off. You're seeing somebody doing all the things that you want, right? But if you get around people who don't understand it, oh, it's nothing wrong with having a credit card. Oh, I'll pay my minimum balance on a credit card. I'll get to it when I get to it, right? If you're around this type of people, what it's going to do? It's going to instantly make you not want to be like, okay, well, I don't need to worry about paying off no debt, right? Because it's just like the noise around you is making it like it's not important. You don't have somebody rooting you on. You don't have that community that's like, you got this. Don't give up. You don't need them extra pair of black pumps. You don't need to go out to eat. Girls brunch, maybe instead of going every weekend, maybe you'll cut it down and just do once a month, something like that, right? I don't say go cold turkey on anything because it's going to make you resent it, right? But I just say cut some back. Like if you have a girls meetup and you just have to stick to that. Okay, if you still know that you still want to do your girls brunch, then maybe during the week I'm not going to eat out so I can save my money for my girls brunch. So it's like a happy medium. Okay, instead of me eating out every day when I'm at work, and I know that I still want to meet up with my girlfriends and we do this little tradition every weekend. I don't want to give that up, but I'm not going to eat during the weekend. I'll pack my lunch and I'll take it. Happy medium. So now you're still being able to have your fun, but then now you're sacrificing a little bit on the back end because in the long end, it's going to make a difference. So from us starting our debt-free journey over there, we barely eat out here. First of all, this food in Florida, it don't be popping. So it's easy for me not to even eat out either way. It's like we found maybe some Jamaican food here and there that be good. But overall, I don't know what's going on. They food don't be good. I miss Texas food so bad. But that was one thing though. We don't go out to eat as much. We just create our own little experiences here. Like Dordell has that little griddle on the back patio. He loves that little thing to death. So he out there always cooking something. We did added like little, little fryers here and there that we could just create, put umbrella out there, extended the patio so we can just sit out there when it's not, raining, or it's not, the weather is cool with it. We just eat outside. Just make an experience. Make it your own little experience at home. If you know you like your favorite wine glass at your restaurant, go buy your wine glass so when you're at home, you can have your own little wine glass set up. Or you like going to the restaurant I love the experience, but create your own experience at home, right? Instead of y'all going out to that brunch, maybe y'all bring it to somebody's house. Okay, this weekend I'm gonna do this. This weekend I can do that. Just think of clever ways. I thought somebody said something, but yeah, just think of clever ways that will make you want to stop doing this. That's going to save money and do this, right? Food, grocery shopping. I am still bad at this. I'll have a list, but then I'll see extra stuff. Darnell gets on my head all the time about it, because being that we still don't eat out a lot, but when I go to the grocery store, this is still a weakness for me. I was still like overspend in groceries. So I'm still working on that. And then now that groceries have went up, that is still a struggle. But anyways, all of this to say is it can all tie back into, if you want to start generating more money, you don't want to go get a second job, because that's the only way you're really going to do it, is start finding ways that you can start generating money. And you can use your phone. When I tell you you can use your phone, there is ways to use your phone. Your phone can do so many things to start bringing in so much money. Okay. What else I want to talk to y'all about? I think that was my main thing, was talking about content creation. Don't be scared. Pop on this camera. Learn how to even do it faceless, if that is a thing. Inside they have so many done for you templates that you can plug and play if you wanted to start maybe Instagram or TikTok or Facebook page or whatever, and you wanted to start getting monetized on those apps. There's ways that you can just plug and play, put in that content that's already done for you, like reels, plug and play, things like that you can just put it on there, put a caption, and keep going. Especially if you're starting a debt-free journey and you want to encourage your tribe that you're encouraging with, you can also put on there like motivation. Hey, how much debt, or how many credit cards, or whatever. You can like have somebody else's reel, but you can put your own motivation words. Use ChatGPT and put your like, hey chat, give me a motivational quote for a debt-free journey for this social media platform. Trust me, ChatGPT finna give you a whole list of motivational quotes that you can just plug and play onto your page. That's also something, if you want to think. What else? What else I want to talk about? Because shoot, I'm gonna talk about debt and talk about content and all the things. My biggest problem with this is usually consistency. It's not even that I'm not consistent, right? It's just I make so many videos all the time, all day long. I'm always filming something. It is translating it from my phone onto the computer. That is the hardest thing for me to stay consistent. So it's not like, oh, I don't be posting, filming, doing all the things. It's just getting it edited and posted. Like I said, I went on I've already recorded the debt-free journey thing, but I wanted to do more into it so it wouldn't be so like sit down talk boring. Like, I don't know if that talking head stuff is still popular these days. So that's why I wanted to like make it a little bit more interesting and do overlays, but I haven't found any overlays that I like. Um, you know, what else I want to talk about? Faceless pages. Man, if y'all can figure out how to do faceless pages on YouTube, y'all will have hit a gold mine. That niche on YouTube is powerful. Yeah. This man said he makes almost $100,000 here on YouTube, and his page is nothing about rain. Like how you see those videos when you go to sleep at night and you just hear like rain, or you hear like sounds. That's the type of page he has, and he makes almost $100,000. And then not only that, He has 12 pages. He's like, yeah, I send it out and I send it over to like Fiverr and have them to make my stuff, and I just post it over there and put it on automated. From that type of stuff. A lot of it though, they've created their videos with like AI and stuff like that, but it is money to be made into that field. He's never showed his face. You know, he's only having AI type of videos and they're just running a play. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm like, shoot. Turn off all the editing. Forget all that. Show me how to do faceless. Show me. I am here for it all. What else? Let me take a sip of water. It's so much I want to can tell you guys, but I don't know. Zephyr Journey, I would say don't overthink it. Content, don't overthink it. Find a reason. When you find your why, that makes it easier too. You can be like, okay, I'm tired of people calling my my desk Bessie. I'm tired of people calling me. I'm tired of all this stuff like content. Y'all see, I did the little video and put this in there. These are the type of things that content can get you as well, like, you know, collaborations and all the things. So if y'all ever wanted to share, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. If y'all ever wanted to share, start some type of page, if y'all don't start now, it don't matter your age, color, race. I don't care if you're rainbow, blue, black, white. It's people, animals. When I tell you cats are making millions of dollars, we don't know who the heck the owner is. And people are using their animals and running up so much money. Cats, dogs, people have ferrets, all them animals are making way money, much more money than most of us humans. It's unbelievable. Crazy work. And then when I'm on like TikTok, people are reusing, like I watch soldiers coming home to their family, right? I still tear up to this day. I can't watch too much of it because it's just it hit home for us, you know, after going through 4 deployments. So I can resonate with that type of content. So I can just sit there and watch it. I'm in tears. I got tissue going. I'm watching everybody, especially the kids that's reuniting with their moms that's been gone. This girl, she was running down the track. She was running her track meet. She was in first place coming down. Her mom stepped on the track in her uniform. And then the little girl sped up and ran even faster because now she see her mom in uniform waiting for her as she finna end the track meet. So those type of videos, whoever is posting that type of stuff, that content is not theirs. You can use other people's content and put like little snippets. So it was that snippet, then there'll be other snippets of other people you know, coming home. They'll just have a whole lot of little snippets posted together as one video. And then that's what using other people's content, and they're running up a bag because they had so many views on there. Because guess what? It's relatable content. People that's been away from their parents, away from their, you know, spouse, away from anybody, they can relate to it. Military or not, you can relate and understand. If you have lived away from somebody, you know, maybe in a long distance relationship and y'all see somebody meet up, or just as humans, we just see somebody that is so excited to see their you know, whoever their loved one is. I was like, man, if I had enough courage to sit there and see that kind of, I just can't deal with that type of content to see it all the time because it just hit home. Like 4 deployments, that was just way too much. It's too real, right? But I'm like, man, if I had enough courage, I surely would post me a coming home video. And the only thing you have to do is post a few videos a couple times a week. You'll get your audience, you'll get monetized, and from there, the sky is the limit. The sky is the limit from doing it. Another one is animals, right? They have a whole bunch of animals that be doing all eating up people furniture, all type of stuff, and they just take other people's content, put little clippings together, and then they repost it as it is theirs. And now they done run up a bag theyself. Crazy. So you can use that type of stuff to say, hey, I need to start doing something online. I need to find a way. I need to make some money so I can get this debt paid off. And using content is and especially other people's content. Oh, this light don't last that long. This little light don't last as long, but it was nice and bright, well, wasn't it? But using other people's content is real for sure. If y'all were like, yo, I want to start, but I ain't coming on this camera, I'm not gonna worry about doing my hair and doing all this stuff, then that's a way how people are making money as well, for sure. Anybody else got questions about anything yesterday, party, and today? My son down in Miami, he just texted me, he said, we had a party, and he said he saw manatees down in Miami. Look, he didn't send a video. Look at the manatees right there. That's down in Miami at one of those little, crazy, isn't it? You can see the craziest stuff in Miami. We just saw endless dolphins. I just saw dolphins up here where we at too. We just saw dolphins and all type of animals. This is truly Jurassic Park here in Florida. It is truly Jurassic Park. I'm like, look, I am from the Midwest. I'm not used to all these animals. But yeah, he's down in Miami still and just living life. It's a lot of sharks down there too. It'd be a lot of sharks. People will be posting in those groups. They was like, it's a shark alert. They're by the and then they come right up to the edge. Those sharks, they literally be down there in Miami Beach with all the tourists. Oh my gosh. It be so, and then they go in packs. Sometimes they are in packs. If y'all go to Miami, I would not say do not get in that South Beach water. I have no way. There is too much beach in Miami to be in that South Beach. You know, everybody just flock to South Beach, that one little area, and they go over there to that beach. And child, it's always sightings of sharks over there. Always. If I ain't saw so many sharks in that area, I don't know what, for sure. What else? Anyways, I'm gonna probably try to get the video up. I'm trying to cut down the talking video and start the debt-free journey. I'm gonna show you guys what I used. Simple as this. I started with this one little notebook like this, but then at the beginning, I would say get a little bit bigger notebook, just because you want to have the creditors or the creditors. You want to have like the amounts, the due dates, and even have like a phone number that's associated with your account, just in case you have an account. Some people write down their account numbers. I don't feel that's necessary, and that's just way too much information. So I don't say that. I say skip that part. But I will put my active accounts at the top, and maybe on the next page I will put like the ones that's in like debt collections that's still able to be saved and stuff like that. I will put that like on the next page. Phone numbers for all, though, that because sometimes we need to reach out, and it just makes things easier and we don't have to go searching. Stick with a plan, come up with something. When you say, hey, listen, I'm not going to eat out, I'm not going to do this, I'm going to do that. If you feel you want to continue something that's like, I want to have that event, find something else to cut out that you can compensate for your event that's coming up or whatever. If you're going on vacation, a lot of people overspend on vacation, buy unnecessary clothes, buy unnecessary shoes, overpack, having to pay to get through security. Stop overpacking to go on vacation. First of all, you don't even really need to buy a whole bunch of clothes when you go on vacation, because guess what? You're going to a place that people never seen you in your other clothes that you already got at home. So you're going to buy a whole bunch of other clothes. It makes no sense to me. But I learned real quick when we used to live in Germany, and we used to fly to all these countries. And I learned real quick, I want to travel, and I'm not spending. I want to be able to buy my flight for $11 or 11 euros, and then they're going to charge me 120 euros to put my bag on a plane, because that's how they made their money. No. So I learned how to minimize and fly with the little carry-on luggage or a backpack. Mix and match. Take what you need. Don't overpack. I learned real quick. Save on your, because that's how they make the money. I've flown Spirit one time and one time only, but that is another type of airline where they may have cheap flights, but then they're making their money on the back end because they know people are going to have these big crazy luggages. And then the people who's checking your luggage in don't give a care about it. They're throwing it all everywhere. It's broken, it's scratched up. They're not taking care of your stuff. They're just trying to hurry up and get your luggage off one plane to the next plane. So if you go spend all this money on luggage, what they gonna do? Just throw it around, stack it up, flip it around. They don't care. So I would say if you're gonna travel this summer, try not to overpack, because that's where they make their money, in the luggage check-ins, right? They'll even be like, oh, it's a little bit too, for even the ones that meet their standard. They just want that money, because if you bought a cheap flight right now, like I went on Southwest, I was trying to go back out to Texas or whatever, and I went there and flights are so cheap. But that type of airline, I would pay a little bit more for a seat, because guess what? Now you have 2 free luggages. Instead of you trying to save money and go fly like Spirit, this is no shade to no airline, I'm just giving an example. But if you try to go fly Spirit, right, and you want to save at the beginning, but by the time you get there, you have to check your bags, and now you have paid more than what you could have just went through Southwest, who's giving you two free luggage. So if you need to fly and you can save your money and Spirit be cheaper, then fly with less stuff, for sure. That is definitely a way to save money. Eating out when you traveling. I call myself a self-pronounced world traveler, right? Because I've been a whole bunch of places. This is just me talking. I may not be, but I am to myself. So what I'm saying is, eating out also is a lot of money. Having to go get the fanciest drinks is a lot of money. So maybe when you're out, maybe just try to eat out maybe once at a fancy place, and then throughout the day find smaller, cheaper, inexpensive ways to go. So maybe y'all, you may be on a girls trip, but maybe y'all say, okay, well, we don't need to go to these fancy restaurants every time we need to eat. Maybe we'll start maybe at the grocery store, or maybe we can go, if we're in an Airbnb, we can go grocery shopping and get all of our stuff and create our experience at home and do a little brunch at home. And then in the evening time, we can all get dressed up and we can go on our, our little fancy trip their way. I would encourage you guys to stop getting those $20 unnecessary drinks like pregame. If you want to do it pregame at the Airbnb or at the hotel, all of y'all pitch in, y'all go to the grocery store, get your own little bottle, and then at the restaurant get maybe one drink, just for the experience, for the pictures and all the things. But you don't need all those drinks, because that stuff, sometimes our drink bill costs way more than food, and they know that. That's how the restaurants and stuff make their money. Go there, have a good time, take your pictures, but traveling to Germany and Italy, I paid a lot for my bags. Overwhelming. You overpacked. Because if you went there yet, or you're heading there? Because half the stuff that you need, you're not going to even use it. I guarantee you, especially when you get over to those countries, depending on the weather and when you're going, half the stuff that you're probably bringing, like summer clothes and all that stuff, when you're over in Europe, summertime does not really exist. They only really have a half of a summer, and everything else is either like gloomy fall or springy type of weather. So you're gonna probably be in jackets. You may need like rain stuff. You already went. Okay. Did you overpack? Because a lot of people overpack. They like, I don't know what to bring. So what they do, bring everything. And have the stuff that you bring. Like we went to Jamaica with our friends, right? When I tell you, between her and her husband, they had so much stuff. Me and Dornell traveled with our backpacks. They had so much stuff in their rooms. We like, why? They didn't touch half of it. She's like, yeah, I want to change outfits every time. Half the time we didn't even make it back to the room, because we out on boats and yachts and having fun. We didn't even have time to go back to the room to put the other clothes on. So they had all these clothes with tags, and they had to pack it up and pay for luggage going there and pay for their luggage coming back, when they could have yeah. Yeah, you did. Oh, okay. That's good. But yeah, that's how airlines make their money. That's when I tell y'all, that's how they make their money, is through that. That's why they could be like, okay, yeah, we'll go ahead and let you fly for $2, but you're gonna pay $250 for this luggage. And not only that, it's not gonna be just $250 for, no, it's gonna be $250 for each piece of luggage that you check in. Just like that. Um Activities when you're traveling, we all like doing stuff, but there's, when we travel, there's always something that we can cut out. Some stuff, it be like, okay, we really don't need it, and it be expensive, but some things are worth going to. I rather, for me, if I'm traveling and going places, different countries, different cities, different anything, I rather do activities before I go and spend money on food. I rather sacrifice food and go and do activities. That is my preference. That's from me traveling to Portugal, me traveling to Italy, me traveling to France, me traveling to Budapest, me traveling to all these countries that I've been to, right? I rather do activities before I spend a whole bunch of money on food and drink. Even going on cruises. Y'all know how to have them drink packages and all that stuff. You can pass on it. I mean, when we went over to Dominican Republic, they had the upgrade, the wristbands. We had the basic wristbands, and apparently if you upgrade on your wristband, then you will have top shelf drinks. I mean, if that's important to you, then I would go ahead and do that, and then maybe cut down on something else. Like, I would just see where I can cut my expenses and try, I mean, still have a good time. But if you're starting your debt-free journey and you still want to have a good time, these are just like little ideas that I would implement, right? That I still implement to this day. Activities trump food any day. I'd rather go to a zoo or go to skylining or zip lining, or like I zip lined when we went over to Dominican Republic. Dornell was not for it. He said, heck no. I done been to Iraq and back. I'm not getting up on no string, and that thing may fall out the sky. So I went by myself. He stayed down there with the little tropical birds. But yeah, I zip lined over it. Yo, it was crazy. We went so high up. Like, you kept zip lining up. Like, you'll go up some steps, then you'll zip line. Then it'll take you up to another a level. Then you have to walk, and then you'll zip line, and it'll take you up. So we got so high up. Like, when I tell you, we were like so high up. We could see, I'm saying we, me and whoever else, that was on that particular adventure. But you can see when you got all the way to the top, over the entire country. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you were all the way up and you could just see everything. It was crazy, unbelievable. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, what the heck was I thinking? Like, you start off kind of low, but then he was all for it when we was in them cages, and we were in caves looking for bats and stuff. He's literally looking for bats. I'm like, please, bat, don't come out. Are you crazy? We in these cages is walking in Dominican Republic. They take you and you just walk around, and sometimes they'll say you'll see the bats come out, and they'll be like in the corners. We never saw any bats. They never came out. I guess they were hiding. But yeah, doing stuff like that when you're traveling instead of going to eat too much. What else? It's so much that it just, once you create freedom and know that, hey, I still can have a good time, but when I don't have all these people on my back. And then look, these creditors, right? They give you all this credit right when you up, when you making all the money, when you got the higher credit scores, they offer you all this money, right? But once something happens, a life event, you get sick, you lose your job, something happens, and you really need them to help you for the credit. What they do? They close their doors. They closing your credit lines down. What they doing? Sending bad derogatory notes to the creditor reports. Oh, y'all want to offer me all these credit cards. Y'all want to offer me all this money when I don't really need it. When I'm up and about and I'm floating in the air, I'm on cloud nine. Y'all giving me this, throwing all the credit at me. Credit offers coming nonstop in the mail, right? But something, life event happens. Maybe a spouse, a parent, something pass away, right? We have a life event, and now we have something that stopped our good credit score. No, not y'all don't give us some grace. Not y'all don't figure out that, hey, I'm gonna pay y'all, I'm gonna get back on track. But y'all want to just instantly, oh, late payment, late fee, right? All this, then closing your accounts when you can't make your payment, right? 1 or 2 payments, and then they want to like, oh, close you down. This is why one reason I got tired of creditors having control over me. I don't like that, right? So I'm still like battling to get from under all that stuff, because I don't want you to be able to tell me nothing. Like, I want to have access when I need it. If I need to go purchase something and I need that credit, okay. But I don't want to owe you anything, and then something happens and then you able just to snatch the rug from under me, and you can be like, no, I'm not giving you that. No, you don't deserve that. Or no, you didn't pay me 1 time or 2 times on time. So now I'm taking and closing down your account. I'm going to put all this 60 days past late fees and bring your credit score down from 700 to 500 just because life be life, and right? Like, dang, I've been paying you all these years on time, and something happened to me and you just treat me like this over 2 payments? Nah, that ain't cool. That's not cool at all. But it happens, right? It happens. For sure. For sure. So whoever said they need to start their page, get back to their content, do it. Don't be like me and disappear. But no, I've been trying to go on too many platforms, so I got a little bit oh, maybe they said they had lost my video, but I've been on too many pages. So if you could just stick to a plan, stick to one page and grow one page up, especially if you're starting out or whatever, and you want to get your following up or whatever, I would say stick to like one page, one platform that you say I feel comfortable with. I'm always going to bring you back to, even if you go out onto any of those other social medias, still try to rock with YouTube, because if you have some type of information, some type of inspiration, motivation, education to provide somebody, this is the first place people come, right? Is YouTube. You can have a video up. When I had like my surgery videos, I still have people searching those videos to this day. And that stuff happened back in 21, right? That happened back a long time ago. And people are still searching for surgery videos or the debt-free journey videos. I still have people, I still even have people watching my Germany videos. I'm like, oh my gosh, right? Because they'll tell you, you know, the analytics will tell you here and there, this and that, about your page. So what I'm saying is evergreen content. Once you put it out there, right, and it's in something that somebody can search, somebody can locate, people will come to YouTube and look for it, right? They're always searching for something. So YouTube, if you stick with it, you may even start out slow. You may feel like nobody's watching your page. Don't do it for numbers. Don't get caught up in the numbers, because once you start any social media, if you're starting ground zero anywhere, you have to just stick with it and be consistent. The people that has 100,000 followers or views or whatever, they didn't start there. They have to start somewhere. They have to grow, and grow. The fastest way to grow is being more. The more you post, that's going to be the fastest results that we can get as whoever we start and want to say, hey, I'm starting this journey. I'm doing this. Whatever. Create a why. If that's going to motivate you, create a why. Why am I wanting to start YouTube? Why am I starting social media? Why am I starting my debt-free journey? Once we have a why, when things get tough, when we feel like we want to give up, we go back to, oh, okay, I'm doing this because of this, right? I'm starting a debt-free journey because I didn't like having sleepless nights. I'm starting creating content because I need an outlet, or I'm starting something, creating content because I want to start something new. I want to do it for whoever. I want to prove to myself that I said I'm going to start something new, right? Debt-free journey could be something new. Starting content can be something new. That could be your why, and then you just go from there. Once you create a why, there is no looking back. Once you say, okay, I'm doing this, no matter the results, no matter if somebody watching or not, I'm still going to stick to it. Stick to the plan and not the mood. Don't stick to the number. Don't worry about the numbers. If you go live and you scared of going live, like TikTok, some people like, I can't go live. Oh my God. And then they get discouraged because they feel nobody's watching them going live. Like here, now most people don't go live or whatever. Why not? That's how people are going to learn who you are. They're going to connect with you. You have some talk about life stories. We all have an experience. We all have went through something, people that come out of prison. I am intrigued. I've never been in prison a day in my life, but I would sit there and listen to their prison stories because it's something I've never experienced. Right. So I'm just like, wow, what? like that. And I couldn't understand why people were watching me when I was in Germany, but it's something new, right? It was something that, some people had never been to Germany. They never saw that country, so they were able to see it through videos or whatever, right? So I'm saying you have some type of experience. Maybe you know how to do something well. If you're a caregiver, you can provide, hey, I'm doing this, and this is how I set up this room, and I care for this person. This type of stuff. People enjoy that, right? It make you relatable. It's relatable content. This thing. What else? We talked about starting. Why are we doing it? We talk about little bitty ways to start. We keep on getting information. That is another one. Information overload is a real thing. Once you want to do something and you gather so much information, sometimes we get too much information and don't do anything. We just be like, okay, I need to figure out how to do this, or I need to, you're wondering this, or you're hearing that this works, but then this doesn't work, or you're hearing this and that. Once we get so much information, it can be considered information overload, right? It can be too much, and then you're just like, dang, I don't know where to start. So I would say stop overthinking it. If you're starting something new, no matter what it is, sometimes people are not going to know. I mean, sometimes the people information that worked for them doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work for me anyways. So information overload is a real thing. Information overload is a real thing. You can get too much information and then don't know where to start or how to apply it. That can also be a real. So just start. You're not going to learn everything tomorrow, no matter what journey we start, right? We're not going to learn everything, but the more we do something, the better it gets. It's that simple. The more we just do something, like when you started your job for the first time, you didn't know how to really do that job, but you went through training, you got getting better at it. Riding a bike, you didn't know how to ride a bike. We didn't know how to ride a bike, but when we kept practicing, and now we can go years, 10, 20 years, and now ride a bike, and then we can go pick up a bike tomorrow and be like, okay, I'm gonna get on this bike, God willing, if we're able to, you know what I mean? But the point is, once you learn something and it's in our brain, we can just go back and pick it back up. We may have a little bit more practice, but once it's there, it's there. Any questions from anybody? I know I've been talking for a while. I didn't realize I was gonna be over that long, but I hope I encourage you guys to know that y'all got this. It's Monday. I mean, no, it's Sunday. So a lot of you guys are off tomorrow. Anybody having a barbecue? Anybody grilling? Holiday? Some people got extra day off. Use that to make that be your first day of content. You be like, okay, I got this extra day off. Today I'm finna start. Today is my day that I'm finna say, I'm finna start my content journey. Or start setting up to say, okay, I'm going to start, go to Dollar Tree, get a poster board, or go get your notebook and be like, okay, tomorrow I'm going to sit down while I have this day off and write down all of my bills that I have that I can access or I can get to. I can pull up on the online. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to dedicate this day and I'm going to write all my bills down because I'm going to start my debt-free journey. Utilize today, or figure out, okay, I want to show up online. I want to start creating money online. I want to start digital money. I want to start getting, start generating some more extra money. Whatever that looks like for you, utilize your time, you guys, for sure. Questions from anybody before I head out of here? It's already 6:30. Like, where did this day go? Like, seriously, it was just like 10 o'clock. Jordan and Dornell, they went fishing today. So they just been back for a little bit of time. So I'm going to go out here and hang out with them. But I hope you guys the best. If you're starting a new journey, let me know. Because I'm here cheering you guys on. However your new journey looks like. If that's content, if that's debt-free journey, however that looks like. There is a space for all of us, no matter what content we want to create. I love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging and listening to my mouth chatter, because I can get going and start chit-chatting about everything and anything. It's been real. I love you guys for watching. Thank you so much for rocking out with me on this video. And I'll be with you guys very soon, okay? Bye, y'all.